Jackson State has been wearing teams out left and right. And the latest victim to what they've been doing to folks out there on the field was none other than Mississippi Valley State. Now, I expected a competitive game, and things didn't quite go in that manner. But I will tell you this. Jackson State has been out here putting up points on their scoreboard at a high clip. But there's a few things that still look glaring there. There has been a few glaring issues, that have me wondering, hey, guys, y'all better clean this up. Because if you run across a team that's able to come out there and score points along with you, or better yet, has a defense that can come out there and shut you down, it's going to be tough sledding out there on that field. But we're going to get into this Mississippi Valley State game right after this. You know, it's your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. There's nothing positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and tap on in this thing and get straight to it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that bad man opening offensive play for the Delta Devils, Caleb Johnson took off up the field for a 50-yard dash in which he caught Jackson State slipping. The defense was a little bit out of place. You know, Coach Prime tried to get everybody to understand you want to make sure you take care of the little things out there on the field because they can be costly. And in this instance, it was costly because Johnson was able to rip off 50 yards off the rip, get that ball up the field, put them in position for them to come back and score on a touchdown pass 2 plays from Jamari Jones to Ja'Cory Rankin. Now, Mississippi Valley State quarterback Jamari Jones definitely adds an extra wrinkle to the Mississippi Valley State to the Mississippi Valley State offense. The only problem was they didn't have flow to the plays that was being called out there on the field. And the one thing that kind of bothered me the most is the fact that, yes, Jones was pulling that ball down a lot and taking off out the backfield, in which he rushed the ball 9 times for 71 yards, along with Caleb Johnson rushing the ball 11 times for 65 yards. Now, one thing I'll definitely say is this. The Delta Devils definitely got to get their passing game working because they only threw the ball 14 times in the game. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, that just ain't going to cut it. Not trying to get out there and win no ball games. Hey, you trying to win a ball game, you throw the ball 14 times, you can forget about it. But I would say Coach Dancy was wanting to, you know, I kind of believe Coach Dancy was trying to slow the game down a little bit and not allow things to get out of control, in which they did because Jackson State's defense was just overwhelming on the Delta Devils offense. I'm keeping them from just, you know, busting off big chunks throughout the game. I mean, at one time, Johnson was able to hit him for 50 yards. Anything after that, they had to get out there and completely work for it. And if they weren't able to do that, punting the ball back to Jackson State for them to come back and run that bad boy back down the field, put more points on the board. After watching that one big play that Caleb Johnson had, I'm sure the Jackson State Tigers coaching staff, defensive coaching staff that is, jumped off and everybody's behind and got them in order as far as what they needed to do to prevent them from putting any more points on the board. And not only that, I'm sure Coach Prime once again had another conversation with the Jackson State Tigers football team, especially that offense, because I truly believe in their first half, they left anywhere from 9 to 21 points on the field. I know y'all like, Coach, 21 points. Yes, you had the fumble down at the goal line. You had a daggone touchdown pass that got called back because of a holding call. Matter of fact, I forgot there's one other play that happened out there on the field that got called back as well. And like I stated before, guys, yes, there was points that was left out there on the field in which I'm sitting here, I'm looking at what Jackson State has been able to do throughout the season. They have been leaving points out there on the board in the first half all season long. Guys, right now, as I stated earlier, they're averaging 47.5 points per game. If by chance they would have hooked up on a lot of those miscues that they had in those early games, man, these jokers, hey, Jackson State will be averaging close to 60 points a game. I'm just being honest with you. Go back and look at the film. I'm telling you, film don't lie. I'm sitting here looking like, whoa, what's going on here? And you know what? Zoe from the Tiger Talk 1400 stated early on, he said, hey, Coach, I'm going to tell you now, I honestly believe they will average 40 points a game. And I'm sitting there saying, man, that's disrespectful. Right now, Gordon, we're a third of the way through the season. They're averaging 47.5 points a game. Guys, that is freaking scary. I'm just going to be honest with you right now. But again, they got more teams coming down the pipe that's going to be looking to go ahead and shut some things down, letting them know, hey, listen, y'all not going to reign supreme over us all season long, putting up these type of points, thinking that y'all just going to run through us once again. I truly believe when Coach Prime was saying dominant game, he meant dominant game from beginning to end, from the kickoff to when the last seconds went off that scoreboard saying 0-0-0, they had dominated from top to bottom, letting their team know, hey, listen, don't come in here with that trash if y'all think y'all going to be able to get this work up in here. Coach Prime is wanting Jackson State to come out there and dominate from beginning to end, letting these teams know, don't come up in here short-stepping, because if you do, we're going to knock you on your head. We're going to go ahead and get you on up out of here and let you know, hey, listen, come back and try again next year, because this year, it ain't going to work. But I got to give QB1 Shedeur Sanders his credit. He threw the ball 51 times, completing 40 for 438 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, and was sacked 1 time during the game. Statistically, this was a good game for Jackson State because they were able to rush the ball 22 times for 200 yards. Santi Marshall leading the way with 118 yards, 6 carries. Davion Wilkinson had 9 carries for 55 yards and 1 touchdown. That receiving core for Jackson State is something serious. You got Double D, Dallas Daniels. He had, man, listen, that young man's been playing like a man possessed since the beginning of the season. Letting everybody know, hey, listen, you line up in front of me, you better make sure your footwork is right, because I promise you, even if you put a zone around me, I'm still going to break your zone. I'm going to catch this ball in this space, and I'll put this work on you. I'm going to go ahead and hit that shift on you. We're going to hit 5th gear. We're going to take off, and you're going to be looking at the back of my jersey, because this young man, I believe he's looking to get somewhere. And if you don't think that is the case, you're sadly mistaken. This young man had 10 receptions on 142 yards. And then we can't forget about Mr. Kevin Coleman Jr. He had 2 receptions for 76 yards. Boy, he almost broke one out there for a touchdown, but came up a little short, and he made that cross back across the field. He made that cut back across the field trying to get there. But yeah, they went ahead and they used their pursuit to get him, go ahead and tackle him to keep him short. But hey, salute to that young man for getting out there balling. I'm truly proud of him as well as far as what all he's been able to do. Like I said, these young men are looking to get out here and make a staple for themselves, to put people on notice, to let them know they're out here to compete. This ain't no gimmick. They out here to give you that work. And that's exactly what they're doing. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now, as I stated, I honestly believe Jackson State left anywhere from 9 to 21 points on the field that should have been on that board. And that's something that they're going to have to slow up, because that offense seemed to be starting off slow in the first half. I don't know if it's everybody, is just getting their bearings together. They calming down after a couple of series, and then they begin to hit stride and go. But I do believe they're getting ready to see some competition coming up in these next couple of weeks, in which they're going to need to take advantage of those opportunities that they've missed thus far and putting them points on the board to keep themselves from being in a dogfight. Jackson State has a bye this week. Mississippi Valley State is headed down to Tallahassee to play the FAMU Rally. So we're going to see exactly what they can do, if they can go ahead and get them a win in the SWAC conference play against FAMU this upcoming weekend. But guys, hey, y'all get ready. I got some content coming for you that's going to have you sitting back scratching your head like, Coach, what you own over there? Hey, look here, guys. When I get a few moments to sit down and really analyze and look at some things, I'm about to go ahead and drop some heat for you to check it out. But, guys, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Until next time, remember, be the one and lead.